Welcome back to a Setter Podcast. I'm your host, Victor, and my co-host, Mark. How you doing, sir, on this fine week?
I'm good. How are you?
That's good, man. I think this is Thanksgiving week when this is coming out. I could be wrong, could be right. I'm not sure.
Yes,
might be like right before, right
after.
I think it's the 23rd this year.
Yeah. So it's gonna come out like literally like a day or so before, obviously.
Yeah. So happy Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Hopefully y'all had all y'all foods and y'all peoples around and everything was good and y'all took the walk with y'all cousins and nobody fought, no aunties fought, no unkies fought.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna talk about this all the time. I feel like around this time. So, Victor, what is your go-to plate on Thanksgiving?
My go-to plate. Have we asked me this? I don't know if you asked me this before.
I feel like
we talked about like
we
talked about like all favorite little thing, but yeah.
What's your plate like? What does your plate look like? If it's all there, obviously. Like, what does your plate look like?
All right. So it might not be able to fit in one plate, but we're gonna make it work.
I was just gonna say it's a plate that's big enough to fit everything you want on it.
Okay, so all right, so now we gotta make some cuts. So of course I got the baked mac. You know what I mean? Preferably, if I could have some type of like, I mean my family makes good turkey, but if I could make it like a choice, I'll choose like a baked chicken or like a rotisserie chicken type situation.
Got you.
Over that, if not turkey, but this is my plate. I don't gotta worry about that.
Exactly.
So if I could, chicken, the mac, a little bit of mash, okay.
Nice.
Now we Puerto Rican, so I gotta throw in some rice in there. This is just what we do. It's just other houses don't do it, but that's what we do. Some type of roll, or usually my family, what they do, we do the Red Lobster cheddar biscuits. We do that, so I'll throw that in there.
Okay.
Yeah. And then sweet potato casserole, because that's just my shit.
Nice. Okay.
I feel like I forgot something, but I think I'm good.
Never had casserole.
Oh, and stuffing. I usually throw that on top of whatever I have going on there.
Nice. That's amazing.
Do you section everything off, or do you just kind of like? I mean, I'll put it on, but once it's on the plate, are you really like, oh, like I don't want that? Because it does matter what touches, if you want the right combo.
Yeah.
There's some things like, like certain foods leak onto the other foods. Like, this combination about to be amazing. Like, you don't like it, but if your sweet potatoes, yams gets with the mac, and you eat together, great combo.
So my thing is like, of course, when I put it on my plate, it's sectioned, But once it starts to like, eat and everything like that, to be honest, I don't really like have a preference as far as like what touches what.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I'm like, everything on my plate is something I like to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So if I get something mixed with something else, what am I going to do? Complain? I mean, like, hey, if I didn't like it, then most likely I didn't like the thing that's on my plate. So that means somebody else served my plate, which is not happening.
But then or you take the whatever chicken, turkey, pernil, or whatever, you mix it with the mac. That's a great bite. I don't know if you ever done that, but it's a great bite.
That's a great combo. Yeah, for me personally, all right, so I don't care for turkey. It's just been like that, like, through the years. It's just I've been trying to get away from it more and more. It's dry to me. People are going to be like, oh, well, that means you should make the turkey a different way. I'll be honest with you, I'm not making turkey on Thanksgiving, so that's just me. Maybe in the future that will be a thing, but right now I'm not making the turkey on Thanksgiving, so I don't want turkey. Now, we're talking about ham. Ham on Thanksgiving, I tell you.
Honey baked ham?
Yep. The little pineapple on that.
I was going to say, you do the pineapples, you do the cloves.
Yep. Oh, man. So I'm going to get some ham in that, John. Yep. Then we're going to get the mac, of course. Baked mac and cheese. You don't like baked mac and cheese, you're a weirdo. Then I'm going to get some mash, of course, with the gravy. And now for me, because, like, even though we're stuffing our faces, even though we're trying to gain calories, I'm still keeping a little bit healthy, so I'm throwing in them collard greens. Them collard greens are getting thrown in there, I'll be honest, collard greens is a little hard for me to eat sometimes, but I suck it up a little bit because, like, it has, like, a weird taste. Like, if I'm being honest, like, again, for me, it's just one of those things that has a very distinct taste. So I think that's the one thing I would say I would not want to touch with something else because it's very hard to eat with something else. But eating that, definitely stuffing, of course. Because, like, that's, like, I think, to me, one of my favorite sides ever. What else am I throwing in there, John? The cornbread.
Cornbread?
Yep, you got to have some cornbread in there. That hot cornbread. Oh, my, I don't know what I just witnessed. I'm trying to think of something else.
So is
You were
that
saying-
gonna count as like your roll or your bread, the cornbread? That's the
No.
reason I left it out.
No, it's not. I'm being fat on Thanksgiving. So now you were saying the cheddar biscuits from
Red Lobster.
Red Lobster. I'm just gonna stick with the Hawaiian bread.
That's good too. Don't fail. It never
That
fails.
joint's crazy, stupid on Thanksgiving.
Then you could open that up,
Exactly.
throw a little whatever you got
Throw a
on your
little-
plate.
You know what I mean?
a little slider.
If not, you know what also slaps? The freaking Pillsbury croissants.
Oh, yeah,
ones
the
in
little
can.
twirly joints.
Ooh, it's different. Put that with some butter. Oh my god. So then you got that, and I think at that point that will really be it. I feel like I might be missing something.
Yeah, I mean we talking about a regular plate here, so
Yeah.
I got certain things. It's like honestly, This is gonna be my second plate
True. Yeah.
because I'll
Yeah,
come. I'll
if we
come back
talking
from. I'll come
about-
back for like my sweets
There you
plates
go.
later.
I was gonna say apple pie,
I know you a pie boy. Last year I became a pecan pie boy.
pecan pie. I like pecan, apple. I want to say pumpkin, but I'm like, I don't want to like because I feel like I had it before, but I just can't feel like I remember what it tastes like. But I like pumpkin now, so
There you go.
I feel like I might like it too. So those are my three pies right there.
I've seen it like the past 2 years, and I haven't been able to find it nowhere. But I keep seeing these bakeries. They post like a chocolate pecan pie. I don't know what that's gonna taste like, but it looked good in the photos. So I might try and get my hands on something like that
I
this
like
year.
pecans.
My family Puerto Rican as fuck, so they just be getting coconut cream pie because my grandma love coconut, and we get coconut cream pie for her every year, and we get the cranberry sauce for her every year. She the only person that be
Yeah,
touching
bro, I'm
either
sorry,
one.
bro. No yams, no cranberry, none of that stuff is for me. I can't eat it.
Then my family be making the flan. Is there anything at your Thanksgiving that you guys like always have, but it's not traditional like Thanksgiving food? Because my family don't give a like they be throwing it. It's like, yo, if we want it, we just gonna make it this year. Like we be having like
Yeah.
lasagna and shit.
I want to say there is. I just can't think of it. But something like lasagna seems like that would be something that I probably could see there. Probably like some type of like fish.
True. You
I
don't
would
really hear
say.
about fish on like Thanksgiving like that.
But
Except
I feel-
unless you're Italian. Don't Italians have something like that?
Probably.
They have like
But-
7 fishes or whatever the fuck. They like cook
Maybe.
7 different types of fish. I got you right now. Keep
But
on.
my grandpa loves fish.
Mm.
Every time either his birthday or something for him, like if we go out to eat, he's always eating fish. He's a fish guy, so he loves eating fish. So definitely I can see that being something where I will like see at my like Thanksgiving for sure.
Yeah, Feast of the 7 Fishes.
Sound like a book.
Yeah, as no Catholics would often eat fish other than fried. The type of seafood prepared for the feast is similar for most families. So 7 combinations of anchovies, sardines, codfish, smelts,
Codfish.
eels, squid, octopus, shrimp, mussels,
Squid and
oysters, and
octopus.
clams. So they just use like they'll pick out of those and have 7 types of fish.
I would
Cool.
have thought that was like an Asian type of culture thing. 'cause
Nah.
They usually eat a lot of fish too.
I guess it's a Catholic thing, Italian Catholic. Yeah, I've heard about it before, but I'd never participated myself.
Nah.
So if you know any Italian people, be like, ask them. They're like, oh my God, you gotta
Hey, you like 7 fishes, huh?
be swimming with them. Ay, yo.
Hey, yo, what do you mean by that?
But yeah, for sure. Cause yeah, like my family do flan, coconut cream pie. I'll be bringing the pecan, and then what else did I bring last year? Peach cobbler. I brought peach cobbler.
Nice.
That Jones Valley. It was both sweet as fuck. You know when you eat something super sweet and you can like feel it. It was like that type
Don't
shit.
stung your
I
gum.
was
Like your gum started.
yeah,
like,
I was like, damn, I need to chill. But I was like, this shit good. What else? I think that's pretty much it. We would just like honestly, like we'll try to make mostly consistent with like the traditional stuff, but then it's like, all right, like what other shit that we would just throw in here because we feel like eating it.
Yeah, I mean, like sometimes I might see rice, like you were saying, because again, we're obviously Puerto Rican.
Always.
But like the issue in my, I'm not gonna say it's an issue. I'm drawn for that. The thing with my family is that, like a lot of times we'll probably spend my like Thanksgiving or holidays at my aunt's house.
Mhm.
My aunt is married to my uncle who is Black, so like those combinations sometimes it's hard to mix with both of the things. So a lot of times I'm either getting the Black side of the holiday or the Puerto Rican side of the holiday. So it's always a toss up. But that's just how it is. And then, of course, with my family, it's the same thing. My mom's Puerto Rican, but my dad is, African American. You know, those things just always kind of go back and forth.
Yeah. But I feel like that's just a fire thing. Like, you just got to combine both.
But
That's
I was
the
going to
best-
say, like,
best
at
food
the
in
end of the
world.
day, yeah, like, I can't complain about it because, like, I'm happy because those are, like, one of the best two types of cultures you can have at a feast, you know? So that's just me. I've been blessed.
It's good shit. But yeah, aside for the holiday, I work this year on Thanksgiving, but I'll probably work from home. Cause
You work on?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
And I work Christmas.
Dang.
Yeah, but I'll be working from home.
That's lit, though.
Yeah. I'm going to be home all day anyway. Might as well get paid to do it.
Well, like, open your presents
Get
big.
extra
Hold up. I got to watch
Nah,
this.
I'm doing that shit ahead of time. Fuck that.
I got you.
Yeah. I think my mom works too. So all of us are just going to be struggling.
Dang.
It's a tough time of year. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's the holiday, man. Can't wait. It's going to be a good time. Football and shit.
True.
Great times. I know last week we did the Am I the Asshole thing, but I kind of was having fun with those.
Gotcha.
And I got some extras.
Gotcha.
So if you don't mind, we could just run
Let's
through
run
those
through
real
it.
quick. Because some of them I read the headlines. I'm like, I need to say my piece.
I need to
on
let it
this.
out.
Yeah, because some of these just got me fucked up. See if I can find the right one. All right, I'm gonna start with this one just because of the clip we just watched before this started. I was at a funeral.
Okay.
It says, "Am I the asshole for refusing to go to my father's funeral?" I feel like this is just perfect for what we were just watching.
Who is this man?
You know, I ask myself that every day. Who is this man? I, 17 male, refuse to go to my father's funeral. My family, including my mom, think it is messed up. But the fact is, I don't know him. When I was a baby, my mom and my father got a divorce. I'm like, if you don't know the man,
I mean,
it's a stranger. Who is this man?
Exactly.
When I was a baby, my mom and my father got a divorce, and as he had cheated on her multiple times, and he wanted a divorce. He cheated and he wanted a divorce. That's why I had to freeze. Like, did I read that right?
Is this what the right thing is?
He fought her for 50-50 custody in court and lost. Since then, throughout my life, I've only ever met him once when I was 12. He was never part of my life. However, he always paid child support and sent me 2 gifts a year in the mail for Christmas and my birthday. Sounds like a solid dad, even though he didn't pull up on him. He also made sure I had health insurance via TRICARE. I don't know what that is, due to the fact that he was in the military, on active duty all my life. So he had good insurance, thanks to his pop. Why did he be? I mean, I know he cheated, but
It's kind of lit.
let him see his pop.
Military insurance?
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
However, he never would visit me. Hell, he wouldn't even talk to me on the phone. Yeah, that's fucked up. He was just like, I can't even deal with this. He had his wife, a woman he cheated on my mom with, and started a family with. Oh yeah, fuck this guy. Be the way he would reach out to me to ask what I wanted for B-days and Christmas gifts. Oh, so the wife would call and be like, yo, what you want for Christmas? Your dad asks. Even though the dad's over her shoulder, like,
yeah.
tell him I said I love him. Like,
No, not saying that. But tell him. No.
tell him again.
Stop it.
In short, I had no relationship with this man. However, a couple of weeks ago, he got into a fatal car accident. I'm now expected to attend his funeral out in North Carolina. I live in California. I refuse, and my mom thinks I'm being an asshole and that I'll regret this later. She thinks I'm disrespecting his memory and service to the country. That even though he wasn't in my life, he deserves respect for serving and fighting for this country, and that I should attend his funeral. You left him.
Do it for your country, man.
He tried to take you from me, divorce you after he cheated on you, never tried to, like, pull up on me or call me.
Yeah.
If there's any regret, he should have it before the car accident. That was fucked up. I'm sorry.
Not anymore.
And should attend his funeral. However, I do not respect him, nor do I love him. I do not want to attend his funeral. Am I the asshole? Yeah, everybody's in the comment. First comment I see, disrespecting his memory. What memory?
He has no memory.
Someone said, do not go. It sounds like even the gifts he sent were organized by his wife, so he had no input into your life. So I wouldn't care what anyone says. That's true. The wife probably like, yo, like, send your son a gift. Like, it's your son.
Send him this toy. He's been talking about it.
He didn't do anything for you, so you owe him nothing. So somebody says, service to country is not a cheat code to be an asshole and get away with it. Remember that, people. just because you did something nice doesn't give you an excuse to be an asshole.
Yeah.
And that goes beyond being an officer or anything.
Speaking of, I know this is like later on, but today's Veterans Day, so you know.
I thought it was like yesterday.
No, it's today.
Is it today? I
Yeah,
could have swore it was
the
yesterday.
11th.
Let me see.
Yesterday was Friday, right?
Yesterday was the observed Veterans Day. Today's Veterans Day. So yeah,
still don't use that excuse.
Yeah, somebody said he's like, "Yo, I'm a retired Marine," and that doesn't make sense.
What is this we're talking about? I never heard of it.
All these people somebody said, "I hate when people pull the military card." Yes, he served. That doesn't make him a saint. He was a shit father. Valid.
There you go.
It's also you decided to serve. It's not like you got drafted.
Yeah.
You decided to go.
Yeah.
Nobody asked you to. And you want us to thank you for you doing something you decided to do on your own? Don't get me wrong.
I mean, that is what I read. A lot of people do.
What?
Decide to go. But
yeah.
Like, respect the troops. You know what I mean?
See, that's a complicated thing, though.
Okay.
In the sense that it's like the illusion of choice. And this is about to change course real quick since this door just got open. With the way the recruiters work and the way that they're posted up and where they get sent to and assigned to, a lot of the times they target people of like less fortunate situations and like less financially fruitful families.
Yeah.
Lower income families and lower income neighborhoods. So it's almost in a sense targeting to the point where it's like, oh, like, yo, you got nothing going for you. Take this pamphlet. You join the Army. In a couple years, you have a Dodge Charger, and some decent insurance and PTSD.
Not the Dodge Charger.
Yeah. And we will pay for your college as long as it's something that has to do with the military. And like, yeah. Which, in the sense, you know, it does provide an escape for some people. But it's also like the idea of like, oh, like, yeah, they decided to serve. It's like, no, like you told this 14-year-old, hey, you suck in school. You don't have one of your parents in your life. You're probably going to be struggling, like, unless you do something. So here, just do this and like you'll be okay.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, as much as people like to say respect the troops, and then before every football game we fly jets and spend a bunch of money on oil and shit to make them fly across, and act like, oh, like we care about our troops. I drive past people who are former veterans every day on the sidewalk asking for money because they can't get a job or can't get health assistance because of them deciding to go over there they come back with PTSD or losing limbs or shell shock or all this other type of shit, bipolar disorder, and all these crazy things going on, and then they get no help once they get back here because they're damaged goods in a sense.
No, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think that our government itself is terrible for how we treat them once they come back and stuff like that, you know. But I just think in general, like again, it's like you said, it depends on the situation and also how you look at it. But the bravery, I guess I would say, of actually going to do that, I kind of respect it.
Yeah,
you know?
Don't get me wrong. 100%.
I could never do it.
It's scary. Exactly. Like I'd be horrified if I got like drafted to go do something like that, and like I would never choose to do so. But to act like a lot of the times people like, yes, people have a choice, but they basically like you never see these military offices posted up in like more successful neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like there's literally where I used to work next to T-Mobile next door, there was one there on Broad Street. And then they pull up to like neighborhoods that or high schools that they know that kids are going to be struggling and try to pull them out of there. It's literally like a known thing that they target these kids. And people.
Did you have anyone ever come to you?
Me personally? No.
I
have people in like there was a table set in my high school.
I had someone come to my house.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was a guy and a girl that came to my house. I think they were actually like, you know.
Together?
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Yeah.
Too. Like I was confused. I think she went to my high school too. It was a little weird.
That's probably like tied to your high school or something.
But yeah, they came to my house. I'm literally by myself in my house. And they like the guy who was the one who was actually like in the military. I think she was getting into it too, I think. Or if not, she was just there, which again was just weird.
They was trying. He was like, look at this pretty girl. She's in the military.
Yeah, I'm like, what is going on? But yeah, they went to my dining room and we sat down and he was just talking to me about all this stuff. To be completely honest, this is how you can tell I was not giving a shit because I don't remember a single thing he said.
Yeah.
But yeah, he like had me sit there, talk to him for a good like minute or so, and then they eventually just left, obviously, and then that was it. But I was just like, what happened?
like, what was that from?
And it was like during the weekend, so most likely it was like on a Saturday or Sunday, and I was just sitting here like, why did I just waste this time having this person talk to me? And it was very random, like I said. But yeah, it was very weird at first.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to have you come to my door and talk to me about this stuff.
Like, I don't know if you know the comedian Gary Owen. He's like a white guy.
I feel like I do.
You probably have seen his stuff before, but he has a joke literally about the same situation. He's like, when he was growing up, I forget what area he's from. He's from in the U.S. But he was like, I grew up in a trailer park, and they will come door to door and knock on all the trailers and be like, oh, like, what are you doing? Like, what are your plans after high school? Da da da. And they give him the same spiel type shit. So that's why I say, like, at the end of the day, it does take bravery, but you also sometimes made that decision. So it's a tough spot. In the same sense where it's like,
I mean, it's the military to blame. You know, they abuse that, you know, because you're asking a kid who hasn't even really been through life yet to make a decision that big, you know.
where he's going to fight for this, like,
Yeah.
bullets whizzing past his head and shit.
Yeah,
like
this
seeing
isn't
people
Call
blow
of
up.
Duty. Like, you're not going to respawn.
Doing
You're not
refugees
gonna
and shit.
keep doing the same shit. Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to wake up and be like, oh, I can't wait to just use these, like, cool guns. Like, no, like, everything is so serious. Everything is, like, it's a more deeper level than that, so.
Yeah. And to even take it, like, for, like, they spend so much, like, that's our biggest spend every year, and then they get the least assistance. The people that go out there get the least amount of assistance out of everything else.
Yeah, it's more so like you're only going to be benefited as long as you actually are actively in the military.
And continue to do so. Like, if you're a high-ranking officer or whatever it may be.
Because if not, the moment you're out, they just kind of like turn a blind eye and just forget
Yeah.
about you. Like,
And so-
wait, you were this corporal, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Sergeant Cheveria. I don't think we remember. It's like, oh, word.
Yeah, and then I'm sure the process to do all that stuff is probably a pain in the ass. Like, I know there's like there's great benefits out there as well. There's like USA,
USAA.
or like the VA loans and shit. Like, there's stuff that helps in their benefit, but it's like, you mean to tell me that I get a 10% discount at Foot Locker just because I served and almost died out there? Like, it's fucked up. I'm not necessarily talking down on like the people that go and fight, because again, like, these are real people,
No,
and I'm
yeah.
sure a lot of them have great intentions in their heart. Same thing with police officers. I more so have an issue with the system itself. Because you think about police officers, you know, there's probably a lot of people out there that's like, yo, I'm going to help save people and make a difference. But then the system itself that's set up is fucked up. Same thing with the military. It's like, you guys are like, oh, I'm protecting the U.S., but there are U.S. troops and like our money going over to Israel that is in hands with a genocide that's happened in Palestine. And that's not the people that are on the ground. Those are like the minds, the brains, the people that are like leading the operation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like where my beef is at. Back to this dad though. Like, you made that choice. So yes, thank you, appreciate you. There would be no protection or military without you, but don't pull that card in your son's face.
Yeah.
Your unborn son that wasn't alive when you decided to go.
Yeah.
He didn't tell you to go. He didn't even ask to be born for real. You just decided to like have sex with his mom and then go start a whole other family with somebody else and probably take good care of his other kids.
It's usually how it is.
So yeah. Any veterans or whatever, happy Veterans Day. I ain't got no beef with y'all. It's just y'all probably understand where I'm coming from, where like the people that y'all higher ups be a little fucked up and the system that takes care of y'all is fucked up. Because a lot of y'all homies are probably out homeless right now and unable to get a job because of the results of what happened when they were fighting out there with you.
Yep.
So that's where my beef is at primarily. And then anybody who's just like, oh, like I do this, like you should. I was about to say something else. You should praise me. It's like, fuck those people.
You know what I'm laughing about?
What?
I'm thinking about the shit y'all were talking about yesterday in the group chat about the bull.
Oh yeah, the bull we met on the trip. Yeah, like that type of person, bro. It's like, yo, like, did you really do this with the right intention, or you want to do this because you wanted people to like
think you were cool or something?
Yeah,
like
or-
that. Yeah. It's a
or
little,
praise you.
It's a little weird, you know. Some people don't really have that good intention, like you said. Some people do it because they thought it was cool. Some people think it's good, it's fun. Like, to a certain degree to it, and yeah, I don't know. Like, it's hard. I feel like a lot of times too, it's like people go in there with the good intentions, and the next thing you know it, the people that are already in it, that have been in it for a while, start to fuck their mind up and change their views of what it actually is. You know,
Yeah.
because like again, from the outside, you can see like, oh, this is what I want to be when I do it. When I go in there, then when you're actually in there, it can actually turn into some other
yeah,
shit.
like
that
all
you're
these
just like-
all these lies that they just basically threw at me. It's like, oh, it's gonna be great. Like, you're gonna have your own people. They're gonna teach you how to use a weapon, and then you're there and
Somebody's yelling in your ear, making you feel like shit. I mean, again, that's just discipline. That's just how they try to train you. But yeah, different.
You see people getting tased and shit. Getting, was it pepper spray in their eyes?
Yeah, you just gotta sit there like this.
Yeah, bro, that shit's chalk.
I couldn't.
Would you ever do that? Not pepper spray, but like the stun gun one. I feel like I would do it.
I feel like I would too.
They just have somebody holding you up. And it's like, it'll probably feel like shit. You ever been like shocked?
I mean, no.
No?
I haven't been shocked. Have you been shocked?
Yeah, like from like an outlet.
How? That's like a second though.
So one time, bro.
What were you doing? Playing with a fork?
I went no. I went to like plug something in, and I guess there was something wrong with the outlet. And there was one time where I got shocked, but I was like, I was there for a minute, bro. Like, you know, in the cartoons, like your skeleton pop up. That's how I felt, bro.
What was that episode of Drake and Josh?
And you want to let go, but you can't because your body's just like.
There was an episode of Drake and Josh where that happened, and he just kept getting shocked.
Bro, it's like that. If it's strong enough, you get locked up.
He couldn't let go of it. I was just cracking up. Yeah, bro. No, I've never been in that much. Like, I've gotten shocked, like, ow, but like, nah, nothing's ever held me in place.
Nah,
like,
you literally like you lock up. Like, it's just real.
Crazy, yo. No, I would definitely do a stun gun though, for real.
And I was just by myself. I was like, what happened? I was like, do I tell anybody?
Right? Do I just keep this to myself?
Do I have powers now?
No, I definitely never had that happen to me, but I definitely would get hit with a stun gun. If I want, yeah. I was gonna say maybe I would do the pepper spray, but nah, bro. Like, I get tight when just a little bit of soap gets in my eye. There's no way I can probably handle pepper spray.
I mean, I would do it. Like I would do it once.
But that's
like,
my thing though. Like, I really care about my vision, right?
Does that mess up your vision like long term, or is that just like
I don't know, but like, bro, what else would you think of something literally burning your eyes? Like,
yeah, I mean that's just to, like to subdue you because they do it to. I mean, I gotta look this up now that I'm curious. Like if it does have any long term damage, but they like do it multiple times to those people so they get used to it. That's the point of it.
But like next thing you know it, I'm like 40 now and I can't even see you right now.
I never thought about that. That's
know what I mean?
That's another thing that we gotta talk about now.
Like that's why I always thought that was a little bit like iffy for me. Like, yeah, okay, like they do that to them because they're trying to get used to it, but it's like, bro, I'm not trying to be like now like losing my vision at the like early ages or later ages of 40, 50 now because y'all literally like are trying to kill my eyes. Like,
is that even like a thing that people be using out in the field like that? Like obviously I've never fought in a war, but like if I'm fighting somebody else in another country, they just like, or are we just shooting at each other?
Is
or
it
maybe
even in the military? I feel like that's probably just cops. No?
But I think they still do it in the not necessarily pepper spray. I know they like, I don't know what the exact thing is, but I've seen
some type of like
they'll go into like a bunker and like smoke it out with that like tear gas or whatever. Like
tear gas is different, yeah.
Yeah, so like I feel like same idea almost, but the pepper spray I feel like is definitely more of a cop thing.
Yeah, that I would understand. Nah, bro, I couldn't be a cop now. They say you got to do it. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm out.
I'm out. Like,
why?
I'll do everything.
Can I just wear goggles out there?
Facts. Like, I'll do everything else, but like, I'm not about like. Why is somebody else having pepper spray against me? Like, why am I the one who should be afraid of pepper? They should be the one afraid of not me.
I mean, women carry it around like all the time, so
I guess, but like,
and guys could too potentially. Why don't we carry more pepper spray around? Why we gotta carry guns?
This is true. I kind of low key want to get pepper spray.
Yeah, like why? Like I don't want to kill nobody.
No, yeah. I mean,
I'll blind you though.
I'm just thinking, like, in a situation, like, someone tried to pull up on me, like, nah, bro, back up.
And then, pepper spray, and then just start.
Yeah, bro.
Raps, bro. What you gonna fight back?
I'll probably hit you like twice and then just dip. I'll hit you twice and then
I'm Mr. Deeds in the motherfucker. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah. I definitely would straight up like hit you a couple times and I'll just kick the shit out you, just put you on your ass and then just dip. I'm like, we want to fight. You want to kidnap, huh? You want to try to do something dirty? Nah.
What's the name for? I'm sorry, I'm reverting back to the beginning of our episode. What was the name of Thanksgiving? No, that's Columbus Day, right? That they changed it to like Indigenous Peoples Day. I thought they changed Thanksgiving too, but they didn't. It's just Indigenous Peoples Day for Columbus Day. That's another holiday that's just a little fucked up.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Look how we got it.
I never cared for Thanksgiving, to be honest with you.
Care about the food?
The food, but it's like, again, like, why do we take this one day to just think, okay, let's just start cooking up shit? Like, but we can do that any day, to be honest.
Because
we can make that
because the Indians and Pigos were nice to each other, and they definitely didn't give them blankets covered with syphilis.
Yeah.
Did you know about that?
I didn't.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Columbus was out here giving out STDs to all the natives.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I can't stand some of these holidays. Christmas, though. I love me some Christmas.
Don't get me started on Christmas. Pagan Christian holiday.
Right. It's like, oh, so you don't know either?
Yeah. All this shit fucked up, bro. Santa Claus is made up by Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
The little figure that we know, Santa Claus, Coca-Cola, bro.
Oh, Saint Nick.
Oh, Saint Nick. Saint Nicholas. Was it Valentine's Day? Saint Valentine was an asshole, apparently.
Really?
Yeah. Picasso's a fucking used to beat his wife. And he was alive like not that long ago.
But let's be honest, like, not saying that it's right in any way. Not. Please do not take my words like this. There's just a lot of people in history and a lot of famous people that've done messed up stuff that we've heard of. But it's like...
They're all never just don't put nobody on no pedestal because they all fucked up.
Yeah.
Timbaland was talking about how they should have put a muzzle on Britney Spears because she was talking too much.
You know that Justin Timberlake went and told her to get an abortion.
Yeah, that was her whole book. That's what he was talking about. When he heard that and he went on stage and was telling people, like, yo, like JT should have told Britney Spears to like shut the fuck up. That was the whole reason he said all that. And then he also said that he used to have like when he was producing for Aaliyah, he had a crush on her when she was like 16, 15.
Who?
Timbaland.
Oh, Timberland. I was talking to more so like that whole thing with Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah.
So Justin Timberlake. So Britney Spears was like, yo, JT told me to get an abortion because we almost had a kid together. Because of that new book she wrote. And then Timbaland was like, yo, like JT should have told her to shut the fuck up, put a muzzle on her because she's talking too much. And everybody started freaking out. And then everybody like blocked him. Missy Elliott blocked him and followed him. And like then she hit him up, was like, yo, like you need to apologize. Like that was fucked up. And then the people brought up how he commented. He was
saying, you need to have one too. Yo, that'd be wild. You need to have one too. Like, why are you talking?
Yeah.
Yo.
Drunk. But yeah, that's why you can't idolize people, man. You look into the history shit and it's all fucked up. A lot of these people stole ideas from other people.
Yeah.
What's his name from Apple was stealing people ideas. A lot of people in history that said they invented shit, they just stole it off of the other people of color or women or their wives or whatever.
Let's not even talk about that with fucking... Like, we really don't talk about history and stuff like that. That's all the time, especially of like black people who invented a lot of stuff and put a white person's face.
Nobody's going to hear them because they're person of color.
Yep.
But, hey, go enjoy your turkey. Go enjoy your Christmas presents. Just know that the world is a lie and ignorance is bliss. The more you know, the sadder you get. Albert Einstein was depressed, bro.
He was. He did not want to help. I mean, look, he had to. They literally asked him to help build an atom bomb. Like,
he's like, yo, I'm about to kill mad people, bro, because I'm smart, bro. Like, I just want to chill.
Yo, like, imagine, like, that terrible.
Sucks, bro. And the more anybody, even me, like, I'm like, yo, like, why do I have to learn this now? And I don't forget shit.
Yeah.
Like, I have a hard time forgetting information. So it's like, yo, this is gonna be stuck in my head, and then like every 6 months it's gonna pop in my head, and I'm gonna be sad, bro. Like,
it's like the Roman Empire.
Yeah, except for that. If I learned about the Roman Empire, I'm sure I should be in my head all the time. I'm sure there's fucked up shit there, bro. Back then, the Greeks and the Roman people, they were touching on little boys and shit before they went to war. Gandhi was laying around with little kids, butt naked, so he could practice his chastity. I'm telling you, bro, you don't want to learn this shit. It ruins everything.
Fucking, what's his name that we were talking about the one time? The Mali. What's
the
his
Mali?
Name? The bull's name that they respect in that one episode. He said
the Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama.
So stop putting people on a pedestal, bro. We all human at the end of the day. The more like I start to meet new people, they're like big in the world, whatever, you realize these are just regular ass people. Yeah. Our parents are just regular people, bro. They're not these special. They just people that had kids. Yeah. Like they just trying to make it and they're just as confused as we are.
No, yeah.
So as long as we give people more grace, it'd be a lot better world when we realize that none of us know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
Just don't be an asshole.
Yeah, I think at that point, that's just how you got to look at it. You know, no one knows everything. No one
knows anything.
Still, no one like knows shit. You know, like everybody kind of grows each day and learns something each day, regardless if it's big or small. And you just take that with a grain of salt. You know.
So that's the lesson you take home when you go to Thanksgiving and you run into your uncle and he starts saying some questionable stuff about the LGBTQ community or the stuff going on in Israel and Palestine, and you hear all that shit. Just give them a little bit of grace and realize that they're on Facebook way too much. And yeah, just try to teach them. But if they can't learn, realize that a lot of them are probably like 80 anyway, and they weren't going to be around much longer for a couple more Thanksgivings. So just ride it out, buddy. Go to the living room and chill out. Love each other.
Yeah.
Be kinder. Give each other grace. Realize that we're all in this together and we don't know what the fuck we're doing. And we're all just thinking, at the end of the day, we all are thinking what we believe is right. This is just our duty as humans to share with each other and show each other compassion and decency and teach each other every day, because we're all learning, we're all new people, and we're all babies in the grand scheme of the entire world and universe.
Yep, the universe.
So have a happy Thanksgiving. Happy Veterans Day. The government sucks.
Yep.
Goodbye.